Hey Pisces, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 28th, 2025. This is for Pisces. Last shuffle for Pisces. Okay, so we got new beginnings that fell out. We've got a conflict, okay, and we've got a deception. Something is not really a problem. Something that you may see as a problem is not really a problem. They want you to be as assertive as possible. And assertiveness would mean that we're confident about what we're doing and where we're going. They're saying it's safe to let go because you are surrounded by love. They want you to be the peace in the situation. You need to improve your vision. You want to use the color indigo. There's a lot of other things you want to do, but usually indigo represents the third eye chakra, and I'm seeing that here. But the conflict is in the past. It seems like that. It feels like the deception is that you don't have something together, like you're not a good friend, or you're not um that you're sensitive, you're not in control of your emotions, you know what I mean? That's the deception here. That's the issue, that you're moody, that you're depressed. You could be, I mean, it could have, I mean, shoot, you could be low and still take care of business. I see a lot of high functioning people in this world. I used to be one of them, high functioning depressed. Crazy. It's crazy, right? New beginnings with the magician speaks a lot about how there's some new actions that you need to take. Okay, they're telling you need to believe in yourself as you take these actions. I see slow progress still being something here, but spirit is doing that so you have a chance to see what's around you, so that you have a chance to improve your vision of this world, or in general. Now we have slow progress. That's what they want you to say. Slow progress is still progress. Okay, I'm doing the best I can here. And even as things come together that don't seem like they're coming together right, or they're not coming together fast enough, they want you to take the thorns that you may feel. I should be getting roses. By the time I get to the bush, man, the blooms are dead and there's nothing but thorns. And they're like, you could still make something out of that. I know how that sounds, man, but that's what they're saying with the Six of Cups, Empress, Two of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles with the conflict. The conflict is that um, the options in front of you, it looks like you're dealing with something on your own. It looks like this is a familiar place for you. And you may feel like all eyes are on you, or everyone is blaming you for something, or it's like everything that you do, it's coming back, splashing back on you. Everything that you try to do to help anyone, because I'm seeing you being a healer, a divine healer, and everything that you have done, it feels like you have done to help other people or help someone else. You tried to build an empire or build a partnership with people where we're able to be open with each other, and we're honoring each other, and we're treasuring each other. And you may feel like that is being misunderstood in some way, like you're trying to build a village or a beautiful kind of like a group, like you're trying to build something where we're all in a good, like we all have a great relationship. I feel that I don't know who this is or what you this that's where I'm getting, like you healed people, but some of you may feel like you didn't get anything out of it besides being a martyr for other people. um, they're wanting you to realize that you are surrounded by love. You got to let go of thinking that things have to happen fast for you right now, if that makes sense. You got to be peace. You got to be it. You got to feel it and be it, right? And I don't know why indigo keeps coming out, but indigo is about the third eye chakra. So sixth chakra. You want to listen to like 852 hertz sync, the frequency. You could find that on YouTube. Play it in the background. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be like bold with all this extra, whatever. Just as long as your mind and your subconscious can pick up the frequency. Um, you could have it down as low as possible. It doesn't matter, right? Um, One thing, when it corresponds with your forehead, is between the eyebrows, and it corresponds with your pineal gland, which also regulates sleep cycles, which a lot of us don't know that, right? And produces melatonin, which a lot of people take in supplements because they're not going outside. They're not doing a lot of things that we usually would do to produce enough to make you sleepy, or to make to create a healthy sleep cycle. And also corresponds with the eye, the brain, the pituitary gland, the face, and the head, right? But when it's imbalanced, well, it corresponds with those pieces parts, right? But when it's imbalanced, right? You may feel like you're in an illusion, you're confused, you may lack the intuition. You're like, I don't even see anything. And then you may be like so rigid in your thought process, like narrow minded. But when it's balanced, you gain insight, right? You perceive things. Your perception is on point. You're wise. Your intuition is guiding you in a sense. You have an inner vision. You have clarity. You experience like a higher consciousness. You understand something from a different level. I feel like you're already balanced, but this may be the problem is that perhaps I helped all these people and maybe my intuition is not on point because why did I give so much to that energy? Why did I give so much to that person or these people or this situation? And my intuition should have showed me that I would not get anything out of this. Not in a way where you're focusing on the material aspect of things, but just in general, I'm now painted as a person who was all out for themselves. I was being self motivated, and that's not necessarily the case. You may have been saying, I'm doing this to heal these people. And they're like, Pisces just wanted to be, they just wanted to have that's all a Pisces. And you're like, no, I was trying to bring peace to the situation. So, yeah, when it's balanced, those things come up. You're a clear thinker, you're aware, and you trust your inner guidance. And, but so the physical issues that could come up, these are the symptoms you would feel should you be imbalanced, would be headaches, right? Eye strain, you would have sleep disorders, like you'd experience a lot of insomnia, or you'd sleep so much and never feel rested. Neurological disorders, it could be like fibromyalgia, where you have pains in places, and everyone's like, we don't see we don't see the point. Um, you may also feel like a misfire in your brain, or like moments of fog, moments of confusion, right, which would be neurological, and then sinus issues, and yeah, fearing the unknown could be a big issue as well. Not trusting your intuition. My body's telling me no, but you know what? This over, kind of thing. Uh, this is what, based on my thought process, this is what I should do, even though everything in you is saying no, you wouldn't trust. So the things you could do to balance it, should it be imbalanced, right? Is to now it doesn't coincide with a sense, third eye chakra. It is just pure light, so it doesn't like there's no one sensory thing that it's corresponds with. So you would use like 852 hertz, you would listen to that, right? And I think I said that already. You would use these crystals, hold them, wear them. If you had the jewelry, and you would put them on your desk or in your car, you would use like sodalite, amethyst, lapis lazuli, fluorite. Okay. And you would use these scents. So you would do this, diffuser, the oils. You could have the spray. I know there's a great company that I think is more commercialized now, named called Zum. There's other ones as well. Like you could go to your local farmer's market and find a really good spray, like it's natural. You would do like frankincense, clary sage, lavender, sandalwood as a scent. You could even wear it on your skin, and of course, you want to test it on your skin somewhere, very like in the inner side of your wrist, to be like, am I sensitive to this oil? Some of them burn, for some. You would want to eat more blue colored foods, which is like blueberries, purple cabbage, and things like that. And foods that are good for the brain, like omega-3 infused foods, nutrient rich foods for brain health. You want to do. You want to stargaze. You want to journal. You want to meditate. Um, you want to do mindful self-reflection, like visioning exercises, like visualize yourself somewhere that you always wanted to be. That it may be a slow process, it may take a long time, but this is where I want to be. And you want to continue. You want to write that out, even if it's like saying, like writing it out, where Pisces is walking through the dream home and this is happening. Like write it out like it's somebody else if you have to, right? Be creative. You are a very creative spirit. Healing light is a Two of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. And so this healing light energy is about seeing something for what it is, realizing that you cannot avoid the details. You cannot avoid the facts. That some things may need to shift. Some things may need to change. And a lot of that would be about not necessarily your perception of the situation, but more about doing things that you would normally avoid doing. That would be a very healing environment or a healing thing for you. And this also would represent learning more about problems or situations that are stumping you. If you feel like you are at a deadlock, a stalemate in some situation, this is the energy where we're here, that you would heal it finally by doing some research. The Page of Pentacles is a student after all, right? So this would be about saying, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check and see what is helpful for this situation. I need to know more, what is the deciding factor, then find out if either side has what you're looking for kind of vibe. That's what they're speaking on. Okay. Present power, Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, hello. Your present power right now is your imagination. Your strength right now is your ability to visualize yourself. You may be a visionary with the indigo energy. This is talking a lot about your third eye chakra. You may be one who can project into the future your ideal scenario and actually create it just from the projection of the mind itself. And so your gift right now is it looks like right now the worst is behind you. That you have a new beginning, and you may be uh, you have unfounded fears. If you have a present power and it's the Eight of Swords, that means that you have unfounded fears. You know what could be, what might happen, but nothing in your present moment is indicating that that's going to happen. You're not stuck. You're not stagnant, right? You're just growing right now, right? You're just a seed that's planted, and the seed is about to burst through the surface. And so that's something that they want you to understand. You're not stuck anywhere. That's a deception. The conflict is that is you recognizing that you are doing the best you can. You're almost there. I'm seeing angel number 0440 in this as well. And that talks a lot about how our gut feeling is bigger than just a gut feeling. It's your intuition is so powerful. They want you to open up your third eye, because angel number 0440 is speaking about how you've got to be real with people, but you got to be clear in order to be real, right? And you got to focus on meaningful relationships. Remember that you've also got to show up with the meaningful energy as well. Okay. Karma is involved in this number. So this is telling me that karma is coming for those who have experienced what we discussed in the beginning, where you're like, I gave so much, I put a lot of energy into this only to heal someone or heal people. There was not self-motivated at all, other than the fact that who does not want to be surrounded by healthy, healed people? But they're showing that now that karma has shown up, karma is just waiting to see who's going to show their tail. Who's going to step off the scale so that I can rectify that person? When karma shows up, karma is blindfolded, just as justice is. It's already, she's already been called to the carpet because of something unjust happening to you. You don't want to also be put on the scale. They usually weigh your heart against a feather. So you want to come in with that same intention. If your intention has been always to heal and to love and to help other people, then you've got to keep that momentum going, because spirit is like, we're already about to weigh them out. Don't make us weigh you too. And that's very interesting that the 0440 is here. Look into your 11th house. Your 11th house speaks of your community, your friendships, and you kind of want to understand what that is for you, because you may attract whatever it is that's inside of you, right? The law of resonance is that what resonates with you resonates with you. And you can always change that frequency with awareness. So that's something that they've got there for you. You're already a highly receptive, intuitive, empathic, adaptable, sociable person. So this should not be difficult for you at all. Just open up your third eye a little bit more, and I think that you're on the right track. So you could be dealing with an Aries, a Gemini, a Taurus, a Libra, or Capricorn or Virgo. So you could be a Pisces, Aries cusp dealing with an Aries, Taurus cusp. If you're not dealing with these signs, or Virgo, Libra, rather, if you're not dealing with those signs, but you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.